Why does this always get moved? Why does it always do that? It always moves it for some reason. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Jazz funk disco. Oh god, so loud. Hell yeah. You've heard them. I know you have. Um. Mhm. Oh, I was trying to put it up here. Good job, baby.
Like, you guys are in video games. They're like,
You've heard this song before, right, honey? This is Earth. This is Earth, Wind,
yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Awesome. That's stuff for
They're missing water, but let's groove. Boogie Wonderland. What the emotion? Yeah, they're playing it though. Holt Center, you said? Hufford Amphitheater. Okay. Wait, what was that? How do you know crazy? What?
Come on.
Oh, you'd probably have copyright music. Do you remember them, babe? Or you know them?
Yeah.
Too funky for you? Everybody loves that band.
But
Yeah.
positive.
Oh, they're world famous. Yeah, like Michael Jackson, world famous. They're loved in Asia and Japan, and yeah,
I would love.
like they even make memes and references to that Boogie Wonderland song in a lot of Japanese anime. Yeah, for some reason, there's a lot of things in our culture. What was the name of that one detective? That's always smoking a cigar and fuck, I can't remember. All right, baby. Oh, this is the top-down hack. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that one. What? Huh, baby, talking about? Mm-hmm. He is a guilt tripper.
Sorry, man.
I'm addicted to body cam.
I see. That makes sense. Yes.
So then that'll only come out on hit.
I won. When's Lisa Baker's next vacation?
That'll only come out on hit. Whereas like if you just run at me and block.
So over the weekend, you might have been tuned into Frosty Faustings. I really enjoyed this major, and 2XKO was the one of the headlining tournaments at this event here, and for good reason, because this 2XKO tournament had $50,000 in pricing at it, and it actually had a really fun top 8. A lot of good storylines coming out of this top 8. Things like Sonic Fox and Inzum as a duo going up in this bracket, getting a 5th place finish. It was funny to watch 2 people go up.
Right. So then, if I want to like,
Oh, hello, wonderful person. I heard that you wanted to discuss dark matter today. So, let's talk about it. Today we're going to discuss a really exciting and
What up, Bird?
unusual study that presents us with a somewhat unusual map of dark matter around our own galaxy that potentially explains a lot of mysteries from the past few decades. And
Larkin
specifically, this
McGurkin.
new study presents us with a major shift in our understanding of how the galactic architecture around the Milky Way seems to be structured. With all of this being the result of this invisible dark matter that produced a shape nobody expected. With all of this essentially described in this study by Ewood Wempe.
I think it's just empty space.
And once again,
As
my
the, like,
apologies
the forces
for
of
likely mispronouncing
the
it.
void.
And so let's discuss this new discovery in a little bit more detail and talk about why this is actually really important. But first, let's briefly discuss what scientists believed for a very long time and why it didn't make sense. And so for a very, very long time, the standard scientific view was that our galaxy resides in the center of a giant, symmetrical, and very likely spherical ball of dark matter. Something that possibly looks like this. And this would be several million light years across, and basically contain a lot of gas and a lot of additional stars and satellite galaxies, all of which would be kind of circulating around, until one day they all combine. But in the last few decades, a lot of high-resolution simulations, and especially galactic simulations, that tried to recreate Milky Way and its satellites by using supercomputers, actually had a lot of trouble recreating all of this, with the data suggesting that this classical picture was potentially incomplete, or maybe even completely incorrect, suggesting that the shape of this dark matter halo was maybe not spherical, but something a little bit more flat, or something more bizarre. And that's essentially what this new study discovers. There's a very high chance that the dark matter halo kind of resembles a pancake, or essentially it's a kind of a sheet that stretches for tens of millions of light years. But how exactly was this discovered, and what exactly does this help us explain? Well, to find this, researchers used the method referred to as Borg, Bayesian Origin Reconstruction from Galaxies, a kind of a complicated data simulation framework designed to infer three-dimensional shapes by looking at the motion of nearby galaxies, but by also including the earliest light in the universe, or the cosmic microwave background. This model was officially created back in 2019, and its purpose was three-dimensional maps based on the observations of the universe we already possessed. And so for this study, researchers used the data from the cosmic microwave background, along with the motion of 31 galaxies, specifically satellite galaxies, in order to simulate the environment. And in their simulation,
be safe, okay, on the road?
Made sense. Or at least it didn't make sense at first, until they started to change the shape of that dark matter halo from the assumed spherical shape into something that was a little bit more flat and a little bit more disc-shaped. And so here they discovered that all of the observations suddenly fall into place, at least when it comes to the local group of galaxies. That's the galaxies that include the Milky Way, the Andromeda, and the Triangular Galaxy. If the halo of dark matter is actually concentrated in a plane extending to about 30 million light years. Or just to rephrase this, all of the galaxies and all of the matter seems to be concentrated along a still invisible dark matter halo plane that resembles a kind of a sheet. And the thing is, if this is real, the existence of this sheet helps solve a lot of different mysteries in regards to the galactic motion in the vicinity of the Milky Way. And so let's actually talk about some of these mysteries that even today still don't have any solutions, and actually mysteries that even kind of questions a lot of physical models and modern cosmology. For example, for many years, astronomers noticed that a lot of nearby galaxies seem to be receding much slower than predicted. In other words, physical models predicted that the galaxies should be moving away a little bit faster. And so if the dark matter around us was a simple sphere, the gravity should pull objects toward the center in a very specific way that unfortunately did not match the data, or did not match the observations. Yet surprisingly, if this was a flattened sheet, here the mass that's further out in the plane, much farther away from the galaxy, exerts a kind of an outward gravitational pull that then offsets this inward force. And effectively this prevents these galaxies from receding, damping their speeds, and explaining the somewhat smooth, stable motion we observe. And that's mostly because this sheet is absolutely massive. As a matter of fact, its central plane seems to be at least twice as dense as the cosmic average, but the regions right above and right below it seem to be more or less empty, or they essentially seem to contain empty voids. And this type of a galactic architecture seems to align perfectly well with what we refer to as a supergalactic plane, which refers to a somewhat known arrangement of visible galaxies that you can kind of see in this image. So basically here many different galaxies seem to be mostly arranged on a kind of a two-dimensional shape, as opposed to be more or less equally distributed in 3 dimensions. Now obviously some galaxies are not in the plane, but the majority are. And so here the visible matter traces out the overall framework or the overall skeleton built up by the dark matter underneath. And honestly, I think this image right here presents this pretty well. And so basically here imagine this sheet or this disk as a huge amount of dark matter that then starts to attract a lot of gas and a lot of stars that start forming galaxies inside of it. But because this dark matter pancake is so massive, it kind of controls everything inside, including the motion and the overall development. And though at first this might sound kind of hypothetical and possibly not really that important, turns out that if this is confirmed, this explains so much. It actually solves several mysteries at once. First of all, there's a mystery referred to as DOS, Disk of Satellites. This is a very strange phenomenon observed in the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxies, where the majority of dwarf galaxies, or the majority of satellites, seem to be arranged in a highly flattened, co-rotating planar structure, instead of being randomly distributed, like what we would expect, in a normal isotropic distribution. And for many years, this was a major challenge to standard cosmology. As a matter of fact, for the Andromeda galaxy, roughly half of the satellites seem to form a very similar plane, which is now referred to as the Great Plate of Andromeda. It's actually visible in this image, even though it's a little bit difficult to imagine, but this is something we've known for a very long time. Here's actually one of the first images from 2006. And so the fact that these smaller companions were not scattered randomly, but lined up in a very specific way, suggested that something about our initial models was not correct. Yet the interpretation from this study and a lot of these new simulations show that these satellites and dark matter subhalos seem to create these flat formations and identical orientations because these satellites seem to fall into place along this dark matter filament that's shaped like a pancake, or I guess technically shaped like a very large sheet. And the idea of these flattened dark matter structures is no longer just a proposition or just a theory. It really seems to be some kind of a fundamental part of the history of the universe, because something similar has also been discovered in galaxies far away. As a matter of fact, by using ALMA, or the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, astronomers have discovered massive primordial galaxies forming inside trillion solar mass dark matter halos, when the universe was only about 780 million years old. It was reported in the study by Maroney and the team you see here, with the observations suggesting that many of these early galaxies were already surrounded by huge amounts of gas, forming these really massive halos, sheet-like in shape, that might have been the primary drivers for galactic formation. And so this was something that was already happening in the early universe, with very likely many galactic clusters formed in a very similar way. And many of these early galaxies were very messy. They formed stars at incredible rates and evolved very quickly. Yet somehow all of this resulted in highly ordered galaxies we see around us, which means that all of this had to be controlled by something. And that once again suggests that this sheet-like structure involving these massive halos was very likely the primary driver for galactic formation. And so essentially here, based on the observations from really far away, and of course the simulations of our own galaxy, we can now sort of confirm that the supergalactic plane seems to be real and seems to represent a major structural feature of our cosmic neighborhood. And it's basically a vast pancake-like arrangement that seems to stretch for at least 30 million light years, possibly more. And so in other words, just like stars in the Milky Way that are flattened into a galactic plane, it looks like many of the largest galaxy clusters seem to be also organized in a very similar formation. Although intriguingly, it seems to be almost directly perpendicular to the Milky Way's own plane. In other words, we're not directly aligned with it, and instead we seem to see it from a perpendicular perspective. Here's roughly what this would look like if you were to try to trace it, and more importantly, here are some of the members of this formation, with the biggest ones being the Virgo cluster, the famous Great Attractor, and at least several other superclusters. And a lot of these superclusters are actually really massive, with the famous M87 black hole being the center of the Virgo cluster. And the thing is, if all of this is confirmed, it also additionally solves some other mysteries
Snoozing
in
that ad.
regards to galactic shapes. For example, it might explain the idea known as the missing spiral galaxies, or basically explain why certain galaxies look the way they do. So here inside the plane, where you have a very high density environment because of this dark matter and because of this gas, galaxies tend to collide and merge frequently, which then destroys their spiral arms and turns them into smooth, elliptical galaxies. This is how we think M87 came to be and why it has one of the biggest black holes near us. But outside of this plane, the galaxies are more isolated, and because they're not always colliding, they're able to maintain their spiral structures. And so at the moment, this seems to be the Milky Way galaxy. It's not really in the center of this pancake and seems to be a bit on the outskirts. But the main idea in this case suggesting that even galactic clusters seem to be connected by this invisible pancake. And so essentially none of the galaxies and even none of the galactic clusters seem to be isolated islands. They all seem to be part of this very giant interconnected web of dark matter, but instead of just being strings like you see in this simulation, large chunks of this dark matter seem to be also pancake-shaped, or essentially very large sheets. And so here, understanding the true shape of this environment will potentially solve a lot of mysteries of cosmology that we cannot explain today, including the ideas known as the Hubble attention, and a lot of additional observations that sometimes question modern cosmology. But for now, it looks like we live inside a large sheet. Not inside a ball of dark matter, but instead a kind of a pancake. And if confirmed, this means that the evolution of our galaxy, including how much gas will flow into the Milky Way, might have been predicted incorrectly, and we may need to rework some of the models when it comes to the evolution of the Milky Way. And so definitely quite an exciting simulation and quite an exciting proposition. But it will probably take a few years to confirm this, and especially because we need more observations that can then allow us to map the dark matter more precisely. And so here, by creating much better maps and by looking at additional sources such as quasars, we may be able to map the true architecture of this region in a lot more detail. But until we learn something else, that's all I wanted to mention. Thank you for watching, subscribe, come back tomorrow to learn something else, support the channel Patreon where you can find additional videos without any ads and can DM me directly, or by joining a channel membership that grants you early access and a few more things. You can also support this channel by buying the Wonderful Person t-shirt in the description below. Stay wonderful, I'll see you tomorrow, and as always, bye bye.
Railgun.
Bit era, then you will feel that in the world of fighting games, Killer Instinct should be one of grew up in the 16-bit era, then you will feel that in the world of fighting games, Killer Instinct should be one of the key franchises that leads the conversation, and yet somehow it doesn't. We are currently living through what feels like a full-blown fighting game renaissance. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves saw release after a 26-year absence. Virtua Fighter 6 has been announced, bringing one of the most respected 3D franchises back after more than a decade in the wilderness. Dead or Alive 7 is currently in production. Capcom, meanwhile, dominate the space with Street Fighter 6, and Tekken and Mortal Kombat remain as relevant as ever. Let me remind you that this same genre that spent much of the 2000s wheezing in a corner has roared back to life. Publishers are dusting off dormant brands with confidence, secure in the knowledge that today's audience will turn up, wallets open, ready to celebrate history. And yet, amid all of these triumphant returns, one name remains conspicuously absent, a franchise that in the mid-90s was easily spoken about in the same breath as Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, a series that already proved its modern viability with a hugely successful revival with Killer Instinct for the Xbox One. The fact that the brand is in purgatory while everything else around it is being resurrected isn't just disappointing, it's genuinely baffling. So let's celebrate the series and try to work out what the hell is going on. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Top Hat here. Let's talk about Killer Instinct, the fighting game series they refused to bring back. Yeah! Before we dig into why Killer Instinct has been left to rot, let me remind you that for the most part it has never been a better point in time to be a fan of fighters, and even better, you can get access to all of the best for next to nothing. Use my links below to get 85% off Street Fighter 6, 70% off Tekken 8, 82% off of Mortal Kombat 1, 69% off of the Capcom Fighting Collection, as well as up to 90% discounts on thousands of other games too. Happy shopping, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. To understand why Killer Instinct's absence from the modern fighting game landscape feels like such an injustice, you first have to appreciate just how culturally dominant the franchise was during the mid-90s. Because this was not some niche cult classic that only a handful of dedicated fans remember fondly, this was a genuine phenomenon, a game that arrived at exactly the right moment with exactly the right presentation to capture the imaginations of an entire generation of arcade goers and console players alike. Developed by Rare and published by Midway, the incredible Killer Instinct launched in arcades in late 1994, and it arrived at a time when the fighting game genre was already crowded with established heavyweights. Street Fighter 2 had dominated in the early 90s, Mortal Kombat had shocked the world with its brutal violence and photorealistic digitized sprites, and by the time Killer Instinct appeared, the market was saturated with copycat fighters desperately trying to carve out their own identities in an increasingly competitive space. Most of these imitators failed, either because they lacked mechanical depth or because their presentation was simply not flashy enough to stand out in a genre that thrived on spectacle and immediate visual impact. Killer Instinct, however, was a huge success. The game did very well because Rare understood something fundamental about arcade culture in that period, which was that you did not just need to be good, you needed to be loud, brash, and impossible to ignore. The game was designed from the ground up to assault your senses, with pre-rendered 3D character models that looked unlike anything else on the market. It had a combo system that allowed players to chain together devastating strings of attacks that felt more like choreographed beatdowns than traditional fighting game exchanges, and a bombastic announcer who shouted phrases like Ultra Combo and Combo Breaker with such intensity that you could hear it across the entire arcade floor. And sound effects were not subtle, they were refined. This was a game that wanted to grab you by the collar and scream in your face. And in the context of the mid-90s arcade scene, that approach worked spectacularly well. By January 1995, just a few months after its release, Killer Instinct was one of the most popular arcade games in the United States. By May 1995, the arcade version had received approximately 500 million plays, a staggering number that speaks to show just how aggressively the game dominated arcade cabinets during its peak. It went on to become one of America's top 5 highest grossing dedicated arcade games of the year, and by 1996 the game had sold 17,000 arcade units, making it a genuine commercial success by any reasonable metric. But of course the arcade version was only the beginning. Rare had bigger plans for Killer Instinct than just the arcade, and those plans involved bringing the game home to the Super Nintendo, a console that on paper had absolutely no business running a game with pre-rendered 3D graphics and the kind of visual spectacle that Killer Instinct was known for. The SNES was a 16-bit system, and while it was certainly capable of producing impressive visuals, it was not designed to replicate the kind of high-resolution pre-rendered assets that Killer Instinct used in the arcade. Most developers would have looked at the Super Nintendo hardware and concluded that a faithful port was simply impossible, that too many compromises would have to be made, and that the final product would inevitably feel like a watered-down shadow of the arcade original. Rare, however, did not accept that conclusion, and instead set out to prove that the Super Nintendo could deliver an experience that could not only match the arcade version, but in some ways actually exceed it. The Super Nintendo port of Killer Instinct launched in the summer of 1995, and it was immediately clear that this was not a typical home console port. Rare had pulled off what many considered to be a technical miracle, managing to squeeze the game onto a 16-bit cartridge while preserving the vast majority of its visual identity, its combo system, and its overall sense of spectacle. The critical reception was overwhelmingly positive, with Computer and Video Games awarding the game a review score of 93% and noting that Rare weren't lying when they said the home version would play better than the coin-op. No one realised they were talking about the Super Nintendo. Next Generation magazine praised the fact that Nintendo and Rare have managed to get the 16-bit Super NES to display 512 colours at once, twice the usual number, which gave the graphics an extra gloss that elevated the presentation beyond what most players expected from the hardware. Commercially, the Super Nintendo version was a massive success, selling 3.2 million units worldwide, with more than 150,000 copies sold in the United States on its release day alone, and more than 1 million copies sold by November 23rd, 1995. To put that into perspective, Street Fighter Alpha 3, which launched in 1998, sold around 1 million copies across its entire lifetime, meaning that Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo achieved in a single year what one of Capcom's flagship fighting games took years to accomplish. Unlike many other fighters in the space, this was not a game that appealed only to hardcore fighting game enthusiasts. This was a mainstream phenomenon, a game that sat on store shelves next to Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World, and moved units at a pace that made it one of the defining releases of the Super Nintendo library. Gamers genuinely did consider Killer Instinct to be on equal footing with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat at the time, and in some cases, they considered it to be better, because the combo system was more immediately satisfying than anything Street Fighter offered, and the visual presentation was more technically impressive than Mortal Kombat's digitized sprites. Killer Instinct was not just a fighting game, it was a statement, a demonstration that the Super Nintendo was still capable of delivering cutting-edge experiences even when the industry began to shift towards the next generation of hardware. And that brings us to the Nintendo 64 era. When Killer Instinct 2 was tearing up arcades in 1996, its arrival on Nintendo's next console was presented as a major selling point for the system itself.
This season, you've got places to go, people to see, and things to do.
I didn't think Killer Instinct. Yeah. Killer Instinct did sell Super Nintendo, so that is crazy.
It was publicly branded as the Ultra 64, and Rare's fighting game was front and center in that early marketing push. The previous success of the franchise created the expectation that the sequel would once again serve as a graphical showcase, this time for Nintendo's leap into 64-bit gaming. Early trade show materials and magazine coverage in 1995 frequently listed Killer Instinct 2 among the key titles demonstrating what Ultra 64 would be capable of. It was meant to communicate power, spectacle, and arcade authenticity, the same strategy that had helped sell the Super Nintendo version 2 years earlier. However, reality intervened. The Ultra 64 itself slipped from its originally expected 1995 release. During this time, the system was officially renamed the Nintendo 64 due to trademark issues surrounding the Ultra branding, and by the time Killer Instinct 2 hit arcades, the home version was no longer positioned as a true arcade port. Instead, Rare developed an enhanced adaptation titled Killer Instinct Gold, which launched on Nintendo 64 in November 1996 in North America. By the time Killer Instinct Gold arrived, the narrative had shifted. The Nintendo 64 launched with Super Mario 64 and later received GoldenEye 007, titles that redefined 3D platforming and console first-person shooters respectively. Fighting games, particularly 2D sprite-based ones, were beginning to feel less central to the industry's direction as the spotlight moved towards 3D experiences. And then, after Killer Instinct Gold, the franchise simply vanished. There was no Killer Instinct 3 for the GameCube. There was no handheld spin-off, no budget re-release, no acknowledgement whatsoever that the franchise had ever existed in the first place. For over a decade, Killer Instinct was completely absent from the gaming landscape. And for a franchise that had been so culturally dominant just a few years earlier, that silence was deafening. But fortunately, it would one day return. In 2013, nearly 17 years after Killer Instinct Gold, the franchise finally made a comeback. And when it did, it arrived as a launch title for the Xbox One. A bold move that positioned it as one of the key exclusives meant to sell Microsoft's new console. The 2013 reboot of Killer Instinct was developed by Double Helix Games, with Iron Galaxy Studios taking over development after the first season, and it was structured as a free-to-play title with rotating characters, allowing players to try the game without any upfront cost, while offering seasonal character packs and cosmetic DLC for those who wanted the full experience. And here is the thing, the 2013 reboot was genuinely excellent. It retained the combo-heavy gameplay that had defined the original, but it modernised the mechanics with frame-perfect combo breakers, a shadow meter system that added strategic depth, and rollback netcode that made online play feel responsive and fair in a way that most fighting games at the time simply did not. The game was lauded by critics and fans alike for its design philosophy, its accessibility, and its willingness to innovate within the framework of what had made the original Killer Instinct so beloved. The commercial performance was also respectable, with Xbox announcing in November 2013 that players had completed over 66 million combos in Killer Instinct during the console's launch weekend, a clear sign that the game was resonating with the audience. By April 2016, Killer Instinct had reached over 6 million unique players, a remarkable achievement for a fighting game on a single platform, and one that demonstrated that the fanbase was still very much alive and willing to support the franchise if given the opportunity. Killer Instinct was back. People absolutely adored the return of Killer Instinct, and the game was expanded over 3 seasons, adding new characters, new stages, new mechanics, and new story content. By the time development concluded, Killer Instinct 2013 had grown into one of the most content-rich and mechanically refined fighting games of its generation. It was praised for being ahead of its time, and it was frequently cited as an example of how to handle a fighting game reboot properly, respecting the legacy of the original while modernising the experience for contemporary audiences. And yet, despite all of that success, despite the critical acclaim, despite the millions of players, despite the fact that Killer Instinct 2013 had proven beyond any reasonable doubt that the franchise still had commercial viability and a passionate fan base, it appears that Microsoft have simply let it die anyway. The cold truth is that since the conclusion of Killer Instinct 2013's 3rd season, the franchise has remained completely dormant. There's been no Killer Instinct sequel for Xbox Series X. There has been no expanded remaster, no cross-platform re-releases, no acknowledgement that the franchise exists beyond occasional appearances in legacy tournaments. And that silence is made all the more frustrating when you look at what is happening everywhere else in the fighting game genre. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves launched in February 2025 after a 26-year gap between mainline entries, and it was met with widespread enthusiasm from both long-time fans and newcomers who had never touched the series before. Virtua Fighter 6 was officially announced in December 2024, bringing back Sega's legendary 3D fighter after a 13-year absence from new entries. Sega is using the Dragon engine, the same engine that powers the Yakuza and Like a Dragon series, to create stunning character models, hyper-realistic physics, and next-generation animations, and the reception to the announcement was overwhelmingly positive, with fans celebrating the return of a franchise that many had assumed was dead and buried. Even Dead or Alive, a series that has struggled with commercial and creative challenges in recent years, is receiving a modern entry, ensuring that the franchise remains part of a contemporary fighting game conversation, even if its future remains uncertain. Meanwhile, Capcom have been on an absolute tear, reviving Street Fighter with Street Fighter 6, bringing back Marvel vs. Capcom with Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, and even digging into its back catalogue to remaster obscure titles like Power Stone for modern platforms. Capcom has demonstrated a willingness to take risks on legacy properties, confident that modern audiences will embrace these revivals if they are executed properly. And then there is Killer Instinct, a franchise that was once on equal footing with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, a franchise that sold over 3 million copies on the Super Nintendo alone, a franchise that had a successful modern revival on Xbox One, and a franchise that remains completely absent from the current fighting game renaissance, with no indication whatsoever that Microsoft had any interest in bringing it back. The question, of course, is why? Why has Killer Instinct been left to rot, while everything else around it is being celebrated and revived? And the answer, frustratingly, seems to come down to the fact that Microsoft owns the franchise, and Microsoft simply does not treat Killer Instinct with the same respect and long-term planning that Japanese...
Yeah, no shit, they don't
I can
give a fuck. Because they'll make more money sitting on their asses doing what they do. That's why they're purposely trying to kill Xbox.
Fazine is literally fucking speedrunning this shit. This isn't healthy at all. +6, guess. Good interrupt. Okay, Cook, look at this!
Yeah.
+10.
It's so fucking cancelable too. Just spamming the same shit over and over and over.
Is this what Tekken 8 or what Tekken should look like? Dog shit?
Dog shit, it does look like dog shit. It's being changed by dog shit. It's being adjusted and programmed by dog shit people now.
So in case... God. In case you don't know, this homie...
They're scared of getting their feelings hurt.
Killed a lot of the counterplay that you previously were able to do with stepping her. Because that homie move is full screen almost, range free. and goes directly into a heat engage sequence. So look at the amount of mashing that takes place here, okay? Counter. 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 Like, pay attention to this.
I've seen him in a lot of tournaments.
Counter.
Oh yeah, my instance.
+6. Goes low. That low is homing, you cannot backdash shit. Into power low. In that situation, you cannot backdash it. Counter, okay. Gets the 1-to-1 off. Running 2. Actually, still hit him.
See, that was genius move. He actually guessed it right, and then
Counter.
straight into the sprinting.
Yeah! Parry, +6. Yep, tracks into that direction. Her down forward 2. Big punch. Kaboom. He's probably just gonna chill. Power crush on incoming. Mashed out of it. Alright. Frames, the homing move, the big jumping move, +5 on block into stance. And on hit, heat engage sequence. Mash, 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 mash. And I want to say this. Why I do this is, I've seen comments saying like, oh, Fazine, why does he play like this? He shouldn't play like this. It makes him a worse player. Only the easy characters and stuff. And I'm like, mate, Fazine played Akuma in Tekken 7. Like, he's fucking insane at the game. So...
Why all of these games have to come to the final round every time these two players or anybody
Rank 2. That's the move. That's the homing move.
Oh no, you cannot step me, and guess what?
Okay, now it begins.
We're taking the first game against Fazine.
Fazine acquired some information. You saw his opponent is nodding right now. That it's gonna change very quick. Boom, down forward 2, round opener, counter hit, heat engage sequence, homing low, into another greedy low. Again, homing low, boom, parry, +6. He ducked probably. Heat smash, hits, he dead. Even if he had blocked it, he would be in a bad mix-up because that shit is +10 on block into Heaven and Earth, so you're not gonna sidestep your way out of this in any way. Like represent sidestep right duck. Back 1 hits. Yeah! This is +5 into Heaven and Earth, so he can actually do it. He's dead. Almost. So he can actually go for a sidestep right duck there, but mash, dick jab, back 1.
Got a craving? Wing it. For as little as $6.99, get wings, a personal pan pizza, or a melt. Add a side, fries, or maybe wings. Dunk that fry. Just don't forget the wings. A combo for every taste. Order online or in the app.
Remember the first video on the internet? Or the
Oh wait, I'm still watching.
beauty of Vines?
Damn, it making me watch the whole fucking thing. Eat shit.
We're already in round 3 now. Mashed him out of the back 1. Oh! Look at how many buttons are represented here. How many... It's so insane. I have not seen something like this. Good punish. Low. Charge, +10. Or no, charge is like +15, right, on block? Now he is not nodding anymore, and that's also not gonna change. Puts buttons on the screen, immediately mashed, mash, power crush. Gets him on incoming with political storm, ultra plus. Into duck. +10 at the wall. Goes for the high. Back 1, +2. Homing option. He's dead.
I think the people got no idea, but every time I see Fazine or any Lydia player, they throw
Power crush. Big low. Look at this. He's so belligerent with it. Down forward 2. He is on block. He's still pressing. He's still pressing.
You need to be so ready for it. Wow. Micro dash into the launcher. Is it gonna take him to the wall? Shibokashi. Oh no! He's trying to.
Boom. +10. Guess. +6. Guess.
That's a plus frame for you, boy. 5 straight rounds from Berzine. Count with me. 5 straight rounds.
Oh, yep, he tried the layer 1 counterplay, which is the dick jab, got blown up for it, +6. Guess. Good interrupt. Okay, Cook, look at this. He spammed heat burst like 3 times.
Taken, ladies and gentlemen. That was actually genius.
Power low.
Wanted Berzine to use the heat pressure. Yes. He's gone now. Okay.
Well.
Like that. What's the mix? No.
Hey-ya! So that's 6 rounds in a row.
And moving forward into the next
He's not nodding anymore. What do you think of this so far, guys? Is that like... Is that the gameplay you want? Or should Namco maybe address something about this? In general. I don't know. Look at this, he's constantly just putting... Boom, counter hit. He's just constantly putting buttons on the screen. Ultra plus, +8 actually. Counter hit. Plus. He extended his hurt box. VDX is actually right about this. It's not a meme. Hit. The homing option hit. He even I don't even know what's going on.
Should be a homing to a certain side, so you better be stepping right.
Now presents the power crush. Big low, -14. Good punish. Oh, immediately. Now it's bad. Oh, he probably tried to parry this time, but forward 2 for some reason is reversal breaking in heat. Wall splat. Holy fucking shit.
Greedy, but this could be the lead. This could
Nice
be the
duck.
lead for Zambon. Looking for. Can we see a reverse sweep from this guy? 7 rounds up.
Power crush. What a whiff punish. Clean QCF1 here. Can he get this round though? Pokey. Mid. Blocked. Presents jabs. Oh, power crush. Mid. And he immediately is so belligerent. Mid blocked. A little bit of pushback. I put my jabs out.
Destroying him right now. 8 straight rounds. Is he gonna
Boom.
deny just like Otto?
Oh, homing hits. Good night. Plus. Oh, heat engager. +10 now. +6 now. Oh, he heat bursts out. He has to, but he mashes. That's 9 rounds in a fucking row. He destroyed him. And again,
so lopsided. Yeah. It was the government cheese caves. I want some of that cheese.
Hydroxy cut hardcore shredding stack is.
Okay, F this. Time to invade.
Oh no. Dagger so good.
Fuck! One. Go. Three.
GG.
I don't know if that. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't save these streams anyway. No, Carl. Huh?
Snake!
on over here.
Five minutes later.
Oh! What is that?
Surprise, surprise, mother.
What the dog doing?
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Fucking no fucks. Okay.
Hello there. Hello there.
What level is it? Ah! So mad. Oh, it's just a basic bitch Street Sword build. Basic bitch knight build. I just like instantly give some the invasion items.
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 27th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness partner of the Oregon Ducks Athletics.
I got game, she got game, we got game. Everybody say, halfway.
The last 10. Thank you so much. Thank you so. Thank you so much for attending my PowerPoint presentation on.
Somebody's mad.
Chasing updates and getting nowhere.
Thank you so much for attending my PowerPoint presentation on Anti-Mage, a hero for losers. Anti-Mage is a melee agility carry whose most iconic feature is making all of the int heroes on your team hit the dead Yamcha pose for a good chunk of the game. Of course, that's only true when he's on the enemy team. If he's on yours, his most iconic feature is going to be doing absolutely nothing for 40 minutes, dying in a team fight, and then flaming you. Of all the position 1s in Dota, Anti-Mage is by far the most synonymous with the hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby scenario, where the one on your team
Yeah, he has the farm
the
up
one
to
on
be
the
any
enemy
good.
team is a pro player smurfing. And strangely enough, this perception has very little to do with his base abilities, the first of which is Mana Break. This is his signature on-hit effect that burdens the target's mana whenever he right-clicks them, 4% of their max plus 40 for every hit. Half of the mana he burns is converted into additional physical damage with each attack, meaning that the smarter his target is, the harder they get hit. And once they're completely out of blue juice, he can then use his ultimate Mana Void in order to secure the kill, along with anyone who is unlucky enough to be standing next to them. This is a unit target ability that converts the target's missing damage into a total, multiplies it by up to 1.1, and then deals that as magical damage to both them and anyone around them in a pretty sizable AoE. It also mini-stuns because teleport scrolls are a form of magic, and the anti-mage cannot get down with anyone else using them except for himself.
That's right.
His third method
No mages allowed.
Wizards is using Counterspell, his E that has both a passive and an active component. The passive component grants 40% magic resistance, which you're going to need because even in a good game, you'll be running around at 25 minutes with 1250 HP. And the active is a temporary buff that will reflect all unit target spells back at the caster, which allows for some incredibly flashy plays. We'll be talking more about it later, but for now, just know that it is theoretically possible to use an entire Lich Grim combo as anti-mage, despite both of those heroes being on the enemy team. Finally, he has Blink, one of the most broken and overpowered mobility spells in all of Dota. At max level, it's the exact same distance.
Oh yeah, he can do double blink, that's right.
With a 50 mana cost, and it cannot be disabled by incoming damage. It allows you to roam around the map at an incredibly fast pace, evading...
Yeah, it can't be, that's right, he can't be disabled too, he can blink at any fucking point.
Off cooldown again. He currently has 2 facets, which is more than a lot of other carries, but really only one of them is pickable.
Problem is, anti-mage is actually, I think, problem at high level play. I have not kept up with Dota 2 forever.
Attack damage against targets who are below 60% of their max mana, and if they fall below 15%, he also gains true sight of them. The alternative is Magebane's Mirror, which causes Anti-Mage to burn up to 300% of the mana cost of any spell he reflects with his E. 100% of the mana burn is also converted to damage, which sounds insanely powerful, except Valve decided to put a safety cap on it at 400 maximum damage. This means that you are unable to instantly kill Alina by reflecting her ultimate and dealing 2500 magical damage to her in the blink of an eye. Valve, if you ever remove this safety cap, my soul is yours. Now, looking at all of these abilities in a vacuum, you might think that he's some kind of weird tempo mid laner, but actually, he's one of the oldest and most storied position 1 hyper carries in the entire game.
Yeah, he's a hyper carry.
The anti-mage ends the match with 0/0/0 along with a ton of building damage, and, optionally, picks up a rampage the last minute by jumping on a Skywrath who forgot that there was an AM in the game at all. As for his lore, Anti-Mage was basically a Tibetan monk whose monastery was raided by wizards, and he was the sole survivor. He's now dedicated his life to hunting down and murdering magic users. Not even the ones who killed his monastery, just anyone. The recent Monster Hunter lore also revealed that he's become a sort of boogeyman for anyone who lives in a big tower and has long droopy sleeves. Usually, I like to end the ability overviews with a quick little jab at the kind of person who likes to play the hero, but in the case of Anti-Mage, you've heard them all before. Now earlier, when I was talking about Mana Break, I brought up the fact that it burns not only a flat amount of mana, but also a percentage with every hit. This is probably his most annoying feature for a massive chunk of the game, because if Anti-Mage is able to hit you freely, whether that be in the lane or at the 45-minute mark, odds are pretty good that you won't be casting very many spells. Mana Break is already broken on its own, especially when combined with his insane attack speed after he gets a couple of items, but it's also worth noting that it applies very, very well from Manta style. Illusions get 50% of the benefit, which means that they burn 2% of your max mana plus a flat 20 with every hit, and if both of them and Anti-Mage are hitting you, you're running out of your blue juice very, very quickly. Now, while being unable to cast spells is obviously a big concern, there are some heroes who rely on their mana even more than others, and there's a big reason why Medusa players have about a 40% win rate when playing against an AM. And as far as I can tell, ever since Valve decided to castrate Phantom Lancer by removing mana burn from Diffusal Blade, Anti-Mage has exclusive access to burning your mana with Illus. Now that's already annoying enough for any mage-type character, but on top of that, you're also going to have to worry about Counterspell. The ability has an instant cast time and incredibly low cooldown and will bounce back pretty much any reactable spell, and sometimes unreactable if the AM player happened to get lucky. This means that if you're playing a Skywrath Mage, you don't just have to worry about getting blown up in a couple of right clicks, but you also have to worry about all of your Mystic Bolts being reflected, and every now and again an Ancient Seal. Now, there are plenty of unreactable unit target spells in Dota, like the hexes on Lion and Shadow Shaman, but remember that even if he is disabled, he still benefits from that 40% magic resistance. This means that even if you finally do get him in the Chain Stun blender, it's going to take quite a bit of magic damage in order to bring him down, and if you were thinking that you could just right-click him to death, he's an edgy hero with insane armor gain. Lastly, because half of the mana burn is also converted to physical damage and it scales as a percentage, he literally punishes you for being smart. There's a couple of heroes in this game that can have mana pools reaching well into the 3000 and up range. Think Tinker, Outworld Destroyer, Storm Spirit, and Medusa. In the case of such heroes, he can wind up doing 500 plus damage to you with every single attack. No matter how farmed you are, he is always just one lucky Skull Basher proc away from sending you to heaven, and if he's using Mana Void, your supports will go with you, like an Egyptian pharaoh being buried with his slaves. Bad news, everybody. I wound up investing the entire Blast Slam 6 sponsorship check into Dubai Chocolate right before the tick. In fact, a massive chunk of Anti-Mage's game plan is going to be focusing on where the enemy team is least likely to be, using Blink in order to safely clear out enemy creep waves before they have time to react to him. That 6-second cooldown means that he can blink onto the wave, clear it out, and then immediately jump to the nearest jungle camp and face basically zero repercussions unless there's a hero already waiting for him there. But attempting to pull that off is oftentimes a wild goose chase, because one of the benefits of AM's Blink over Queen of Pains is that it is completely ambiguous as to where he's actually blinking to. Upon casting the ability, Anti-Mage performs a zesty little spin that does give it a little bit of a cast point, but ultimately makes it impossible to track him. And at level 25 with the Naghanim Scepter, the range goes up to 1400 with a cooldown of 5, and if you weren't catching him before, you're sure as hell not going to catch him now. This can result in extremely obnoxious situations where he's able to rat all the way up to your tier 3, you TP in order to try to stop him, and he just blinks to a different tier 3 and hits that one instead. Now your TP is on cooldown, your tower is still under attack, and you're waddling around like your pants fell down to your ankles. But the true strength of Anti-Mage's split push ability isn't his capacity to take your barracks before you have any idea what's going on. Instead, it's because it creates the ideal situation for him. By constantly violating the enemy creep waves, Anti-Mage is able to drag out the game longer and longer, giving him more time to stack up a ridiculous amount of items that will allow him to one-shot anyone on the enemy team. When playing against Anti-Mage, it is a race against the clock, and the clock...
Yeah, you can't let him get farmed, period, but at the same time, you get so hard to catch him early game.
Of all is the fact that it will stress your team's communication, because when the Nature's Prophet uses teleport...
He's one of those characters that benefit from not engaging with the game. That's why he's not
one against it.
Okay.
Now, if all of this sounds appealing to you, or you're a recent convert from ARPGs like Path of Exile or Diablo, and you want to keep the same PvE flow, here is how to play Anti-Mage. You're going to be playing him as a position 1, and you'll quickly discover one of the downsides of playing Anti-Mage, which is that you are very susceptible to certain off-lane picks. Depending on the matchup and whether or not your position 5 is really just here for roll queue tokens, you might be in a kill lane or an incredibly defensive one. This means that you have not one, but 2 laning stage skills to master, the first of which is pulling aggro. The second is the smack and skedaddle that you may have learned from other heroes. This technique involves waiting for the enemy position 3 to walk up in order to get a CS, and you foregoing the deny in order to smack him 2 or 3 times. The mana break is applied as a single instance with every hit, and your base attack speed is quite high, so you have enough time to take a little bit of his mana and then run away before he can really do much about it. And unlike your fellow mana sucker Lion, you will not be giving him any magic wand charges in return. That mana is really just gone. Now, assuming you picked the facet that doesn't completely suck, you will also be slowing and dealing additional damage the lower and lower their mana pool gets, putting you in a prime position to continue operating under the smack and skedaddle protocol. Of course, there's also the chance that the enemy team counterpicked you with a last pick offlane Huskar, in which case you may as well abandon. Continue this process until you're able to effectively jungle with power treads and the parts of a Battle Fury, and once you finish that up, you are going to begin the split push game. And once you get your B Fury, your priority number 1 is going to be grinding down all of the enemy tier 1 towers in order to make space for your own split push shenanigans. For the bulk of the mid-game, and if you're lucky, for the entirety of the late game, you will be jumping around the map the opposite from where all of the action is happening, applying indirect pressure on the enemy objectives while also farming their jungle. Since you have both Blink and Counterspell, and soon you'll have a Manta, you have multiple ways to defend yourself, so when the enemy team does decide to gank you, there's a good chance you get out alive unless they have some bullshit that counters you. Now after that Manta, you're going to pick up a Skull Basher, and from there, the world is your oyster. There's a wide variety of items that an anti-mage can go, and all of them have their positives and negatives. If you want to be able to burn the entirety of a target's mana pool in the duration of an Abyssal Blade charge, go for a Disperser, and if the enemy has some instant unit target spells that are giving you trouble, pick up a Linken's. Aghanim Scepter is very good against Outworld Destroyer and Medusa. If the enemy has evasion, you'll need an MKB, and Butterfly is a good general pickup that boosts your damage against buildings and heroes alike. There's quite a bit of shame in going for a Black King Baron anti-mage, but some games it is necessary, and if you really just want to DPS test them, you can go for an Eye of Scotty instead. Now all jokes aside,
Scotty!
Around on your lonesome for the entire match, you will eventually want to show up to fights, and when you do, you want to immediately identify a key target on the enemy team that you will jump in and focus to the best of your ability. Keep in mind that your hero is named Anti-Mage, so if they do have a core hero that happens to be an int caster, they should probably be your first target. Jump on them, pop Abyssal Blade, or hope you get lucky with Skull Basher, use Manta, burn down their mana pool, and hit them with a big fat mana void. And if they don't have an int core, you can instead decide to focus on their supports, jumping on a high priority target and hoping to kill them before they're able to mash their keyboard. Repeat this process until you either win or lose the game. If you win, make sure to convey to the enemy team that it was entirely your doing, and that you should honestly get 125 MMR for this win. Meanwhile, if you lose, be sure to convey to both them and your own team that it wasn't your fault. I wrote a little bit about reaction times in Dota. Feel free to read it if you like.
Thanks, baby. What is this? Oh, is this that fucking, yeah. Got cool shit. It's like a roguelike. Oh, yeah, baby.
News of the week, you would be stupid because Phil Spencer just left Microsoft. And Sarah, which is crazy. Like, they were the two focal leaders. If Phil was leaving, it seemed like Sarah was going to be the next obvious pick. And she's also gone too. Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988, this bitch has been there for 38 years. And with Xbox since the software giant launched.
30? Damn, I didn't know that.
Spencer's retirement is effective on Monday, February 23rd. Jesus.
The shitification of everything as our AI overlords take over.
Also resigned. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming is Asha Sharma, who I just got introduced to. Didn't know she existed. Currently the president of Microsoft's Core AI project. That seems like great news. Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer. Work closely with Sharma. Sharma and Matt. There is a road to redemption here. All you guys have to do is bring back Killer Instinct. That's it. Get the old KI heads back together. I don't know what they're working on right now, but I'm sure they'd be cool with it. You literally had what is considered to be one of the greatest games of that previous console.
Oh, they don't give a
by
fuck.
many accounts, a top
Max, they don't give a single fuck.
What are we doing? Like, for a game that literally cost almost negative money.
It doesn't make, the game doesn't make billions, all right? So that's what Microsoft is looking for. They're not looking for millions, they're looking for billions.
That K-A.
Which is the desperation for crypto.
Talk about it.
And all the, because their brains are broke. They don't want to make any money. They want to make all the money.
You know, if there
you know,
was ever
just
writing on the wall, and I have to give,
it is like the gaping dragon from Dark Souls 1, where his chest cavity is just exploding into a maw of just a chewing abyss. It's just endless greed.
Lost themselves in the post Xbox Live Arcade era. I genuinely feel this, dude. After like XBLA wasn't really a thing anymore, and they really didn't know how to manage, that was the stuff that propagated them and kind of like felt Microsoft is unique and they're allowing for different things in the industry. They effectively garnered and popularized like digital gaming through Xbox Live Arcade by making things like cheaper to publish for on their system, allowing indie developed games or lower budget developed games to be a thing. I personally feel in terms of what has been happening to Xbox is that after that era kind of went away, I don't think they've been able to recover. Granted, what Don fucking
they want that money Minecraft was making them early on.
You should go buy a 360.
That's what they really want.
That the damage done by the Xbox One, that might have been it. The full commitment to like the money overlord, which was like television. I think that was a historical nail in the coffin. They never recovered from that. Here's the other like toss into the mix. There was definitely hope around a time period where it was like this Xbox Game Pass stuff is an interesting idea. It can work when it is affordable, but as much as like the Xbox side of things was able to provide so many studios with equity to purchase so many studios and put
it's a little cheesy
by just scooping up friggin' everything.
It's a little brie,
So
a little brie-ish.
sustainable so fast where it was like they were almost required to immediately turn a profit on that shit when games take 3 to 5 years to make, dude. I think I was even on board in those time frames where it was like, yeah, this seems like this could work. This seems like an idea. And I do think it got them the returns they needed in the period that they wanted. At what point do you recover from this? We need to go back to our core franchises and stuff like that because they're already doing that. They have a Fable game, there's Forza, there's some Gears remake, Halo's weird. Having somebody that's super AI focused in the industry. I did see that she also had some anti-AI stuff that like games need to be made by people, which is reassuring, but it's like also what? This feels like it's video game Armageddon. I don't know how they make it out of this. How does this affect me in any way? To the average consumer, we're not as attached to the devices that run our games now. Thank you to Microsoft as well as PlayStation for the most part. Nintendo still holds that shit with an iron grip. The console wars don't really exist. So in
console wars don't
space,
exist.
what is important to us? To most of us, it's actual games. It's games and franchises. We get excited when you hear something like a Castlevania is coming back. You get excited when you hear that, oh, God of War is going to be a thing. It always comes back to games, right? The attachment rate that our console is going to be playing your DVDs, much less your Netflix, and is going to be your all-in-one system. My dude, that shit went out the window when every single TV also turned into an Xbox or turned into a PlayStation, where now you just runs all the apps. Like every single smart TV is effectively a console now because it just runs streaming services across the board. So what does the console do that's unique? It plays games, man. I think it's wild that like it's gonna have to come full circle where what's happening at PlayStation and Xbox right now and all these major closures and now the leading of the executive branch has been running this shit forever. Probably saw some paint starting to dry on the walls here. It might cause a hard reset. I don't know if we're gonna get to a point where there's going to be a crash like the 83 crash. I don't think there's that. Things are still making a ton of money, but still like this is sad. I'm a Killer Instinct guy. That's what gets me attached to Microsoft, straight up. And when they're doing things around that like feels good that they give a shit about fighting games. I'm only directly relevant to the things that I have interest and value in. To me, on the Microsoft end, that's their commitment to some fighting games. It feels good that they actually care about like one of the more gameplay-centric franchises or genres that's out there. That feels good, man. So as soon as that's gone away for a very long time, it's like, ugh, I don't know, bro.
Shop your new mattress your way at Ashley. Browse our wide selection online from the comfort of your home, or come in and see what feels good at one of our conveniently located stores. Shop Ashley in-store or online today.
Hey, it's Adam with Vanish. All right, so what you've just seen right there is me using our laser strike system, which takes a little laser bullet like this inside of your gun and lets you train safely from the comfort of your home so you know exactly where.
Okay. Asmongold's a fucking weirdo.
Okay, there. Wow. No hit there.
this cannot do running attacks and stairs. That's fucked up. What the hell? That's wild. Out of stem. This is actually so bad here. Since we're in stairs, I mean, there's no point in having the thing there. Let's do NDX. They're gonna fall off, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
There you go. Alright.
yeah. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Mm.
I didn't hit the hole. Really not. I misjudged that range. Maybe not that. Okay, this guy's net's pretty bad. Yeah. Actually horrible. Yeah. Oh, interesting. What is he doing? Oh my god, this game. Wait. Yo, what happened there? I didn't hit him. I think he's gonna jump off. You not? Oh, the ants are dangerous, man. They just push you. This guy's net is really fucking some. Oh, we need to go down right now. Too much. I don't have my inventory set up. God damn it, I couldn't turn my fucking character completely. Would have been a prime opportunity to kill them up there, but too risky. My inventory's not set up right now, like we're just trying this thing out, so like I'd love to swap the Golem Great Bow up there. Unfortunately, it's not like full ready right now. I got one. Got one con. He early hit that, what the hell? Thank you. Wow, there's 3 people now. Talk about great. I love how the enemy is just... There you go, okay. At least that's that. Kevin's dead. Stupid, like, prompt, like, cue the pot.
Yeah. I promise it's safe.
I would take that. We got one. Got one con. He early hit that, what the hell? Thank Oh, there's 3 people now. Talk about great. I love how the enemy is just... There you go, okay. At least that's that. Kevin's dead. Stupid, like, prompt, like, cue the pot.
My Big Daddy Mimsy. What? I gotta watch this fight again. Big Daddy Mimsy. Oh, is it the blue? What in it? Oh, that's Captain Joe 123.
There you go, okay. At least that's that. Kevin's dead.
Big Daddy Mimsy going down.
Stupid,
No health.
Prompt, like, cue the pot.
Good lord.
I would take that. Maybe yes. Full there. Game. Wait.
I've been using Hungry Root for a couple of years and I will never go back. Hungry Root is the easiest.
Could have been a prime opportunity to kill them up there, but too risky. My inventory is not set up right now. Like, we're just trying this thing out, so like, I'd love to swap the Golem Great Bow up there Unfortunately, it's not like full ready right now. Only got one. Got one con. He early hit that. What the hell? Thank you. Wow, there's 3 people now. Talk about great. I love how the enemy is just... There you go, okay. At least that's that. Evan's dead. Stupid, like, prompt, like, cue the pot. I would take that. Yes. There. Game. Like Leighton Prada. I think we fought him earlier. I think that guy's Leighton. Yeah, but he has poison. Crazy? fuck? Oh my god, bro. These players and their connections. Even escaped that. Stupid,
I'm like missing all of the.
like cute.
That's all good. Skip to the arena.
Yeah, I need to stop playing stupid. I need to play more patient. Nice jump. I played bad build, to be fair. I tried to like keep attacking out of its stun, see if he could reliably like jump it. That was my fault there. You know what? Might do that too. Problem is, if I get disturbed during my pressure, I'm not getting any punishes off of my poisons.
Oh no, left empty spares.
Come on. Come on. My teammate is really not helping this one. Lock-on is wild. Oh, it's surprising that this was a draw. Pretty surprising. I'll take it.
Doing taxes shouldn't get in the way of doing business.
This work is
Okay, drill. He does. Oh, that's so much. Nice. I held up there. I held up. Oh! He said, I ain't done with you. Damn. Nah, that combo is OD. Look at this set play. Ooh. Oh my god.
Love you, honey. Do you want me to try to slide out? It's kind of bright. Let me adjust the lighting in here. Cup of noodle and pot pie sounds good. I might make a food run here after it does. Yeah, it's gonna be marathon.
Coming soon, a new Planet Fitness is opening near you. Join before we open and save $5 a month on our most popular membership, the P.
似たようなとこで、桜田がサブで、ユリアンタイヤ。めちゃめちゃうまいですね、あれ。
Okay, drill. He does. Oh, that's so much. Nice. I held up there. I held up. Oh! He said, I ain't done with you. Damn. Nah, that combo is OD. Look at this set play. Ooh. Oh my god.
Looks gothic.
これレッツゴーレッツゴーレッツゴー杉山どうするくぐろってるお見事着地もしかもちゃんとできてが相変わらず船のスピードは変わりませんがこのまま回復してるというかまあ殴り合い故障にここまで乗ってるんですよ今なんだこれあれってないのに酔いがかめてきました今まだ敵を決めていないのかってなんかすごい当たり方した拾っているこれはあるのかあるさあ声がでかいファイナルラウンドどうするこれ頑張らしい人間体感機タコ足エレクレスタンはしない投げるこれはしっかりゲージを吐いて美しく右シュー昔似たようなところ桜田がサブでユリアンタイラとで使ってるカフェオジメスタってのがありました多分相当いいと思う相性が、かなりうまっいやーピヨちゃんさあ出るのかワン、ツー、スリー、フォー、ファイブ、シックス、5番一貫目してるんじゃないの下がって引き10番警戒していたがもう一度引き10番裏回ってさあ西川さん先ほど表でしたがこれは裏これは裏だったいかないレンジで残って壊しトルネイドこれエロいななぜか好きな人多いですよねまず投げから、大肘がこれねこれね、これねこれねこれさあ杉山が踊る踊るフライングバイパーマジで
Once again, just as a reminder, Sugiyama on winner's side, so it's funny, we had Ken coming from the loser's bracket twice now. In Super Turbo and here in Third Strike.
Yeah, well, he's pretty good. He's been historically pretty good. Nice work. Now, at home are probably noticing that the follow methods of female characters are juggled differently opposed to the male characters, with the exception of Hugo in some cases. And Q. Yeah.
Well, can't you do Crouching Fierce like 5 times to Alex and with Necro, I think?
It's Urian, yeah.
Oh, it's Urian, okay.
Man, that was pretty sick right there. Hey, up. Steals, but Shoto's gonna get.
それが楽しみだろ。やばいけど、いや誠もやばいマジ。しゃがみが一番今度はヘイちゃん。スタブロこれが得意。杉山とあるかといえばスタブロ。レンジからドリル下がってとさらにはブロッキングからと最大切れた杉山かっこいいぞ甲州は俺が守ると出したじゃないですか神風みたいな感じで有利フレームなんで一応それはいきますよなんか相手の心のは見えねえ相手がねやべって一瞬ビビるところをもう見逃 あ、エレクが逃げ味あるので後ろ下がりでケアした。これはつながっちゃう。ピカチュウ取る。この人は体力ゼロでも残ってて、エレク2本あったら試合
CM さんと P さんでちょっと共鳴したら面白いですけど、そのためには杉山さんが
だってなんだよくわかんないぞ。
She is shaking that fucking ice around. What the fuck that is?
あー、コンボ当たっておしゃれなコンボを決めていって、
杉山さん
右これは残念。
1回はできたんですが、正直1回できるだけでも
The seaweed, yeah. There's a few of those videos. I can show you some.
Win. 杉山の試合では多いですよ。そうなんです。はい。きっちり対抗して端に運んで、はい、そのままフォローすればダメですね。ああ、今の飛びが強い。はい。あれ、落ちたり落ちなかったりなんですよ。
Cooperation Cup, let's go.
さあ、杉山のゲージがあるぞ。
Oh, they're bringing Scrubs back? Are they gonna bring in some new actors to replace some of the... Because I think the janitor passed away or something. Yeah. I think the old doctor died too. He passed away. I'd watch it. I never watched any of the old ones. I watched like a few episodes. They're just like goofy nurses. It's happy and then it's sad, then it's happy and then it's sad.
Don't worry, Shaq. The General gives you a break, whether it's on your car.
Like one show I actually did. It would be on ABC after.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
Unless they make it.
Guys, Atif Bud got eliminated out of this tournament, right? So, and now we get challenges, enforces the stance, even on block, just to make you interact with him, right?
Stance.
What a cheeky low there. Plus 10. Boom, boom, plus 6.
Stand.
Jab, back 1. Plus. God, it's so... The speed is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
He's going on a bear hunt.
You can find the easy buttons very quick in this game too.
It's crazy. He's constantly putting out these buttons because blocking is for pussies in this game. You don't.
Sure, honey.
You are literally not playing optimally. Counter it.
Just
do you see this? How he wanted
type
to
the name
charge
in the picture.
How he wanted to charge
copy and
the move
paste,
on
but...
Oki to get like free insane situation again.
Yes.
We are.
I can post that as long as it's under 2 megabytes.
12 rounds in a row.
Giving a hand to the bear.
To people.
Yeah, it's not. This is not fun.
It should look like and play like. That's why I kind of wanted to highlight this. Okay,
Better just button mash in this game like it's a fucking Dragon Ball Arena Fighter game or something.
Oh, I mean the bear does.
Might as well. I mean Bandai Namco is known for their garbage arena fighter games. Might as well just turn this into one.
Heat engager. The fact that Forward Forward 2 also, while in heat, is reversal breaking.
New dog bed ordered. It's going to be here March 2nd.
Really heavy.
Dog bed for doggy.
Hey, Fazine lost the round. After 12 rounds.
I don't know. Okay, what is today? It's 24th.
BX. Oh, after BX, yeah, it's the week.
I guess, yeah, maybe.
Box of the,
She could. It would have probably been easier to just send us the money. I don't know.
Good low parry.
Okay. Your bet comes March 2nd, Benjamin. You gotta make it till then. I'm just kidding.
It's so much momentum.
What's the name of the cake, honey?
+6. Good block on the low.
Yeah.
You see this? Oh, you see this, right? He puts so many buttons out. It's crazy.
Yeah. What's the name of the cake?
Right after that launch, and all of a sudden, this game never fails to surprise. Range available. Careful. It's not gonna kill. Not gonna kill.
Mascarpone.
It's like, can you imagine? Can you imagine how stressful it would be to play against this, or even a Lydia?
That's I would not get that name.
Or half as good as a Tekken player as him. Oh god.
I gave it a thumbs up.
Oh, the 1-1-1
Oh,
does its
switched
job.
it to a heart. Okay.
At least once.
I don't know why my thing just doesn't let me copy the text.
Nice. What you can, I mean, I think get this, guys. I think she has a bit of a tougher time against the very prominent, strong tournament characters right now. So Asuka, Brian, and Anna. I think she has a bit of a tough time against Asuka, Brian, and Anna. Specifically, because of, for example, Brian's...
Yeah, like the way Lydia works is not, like, okay.
You can, as Loha as...
She had some really annoying stuff in Tekken 7,
try to
but...
defend against certain things with, like, sides...
Yeah, it's just like, it's just mashing.
But this
is just happy mashing.
It's not that
just stand, switch, stand, switch.
Just a counter to Lydia or something.
Attack, stand.
If you get hit... If this happens, like, you are gonna guess. You are gonna guess. Your skin is boiling watching. Look at this. Like, he is so belligerent. He doesn't want to give you anything. He makes you work for... Like, either you play frame tight completely against me while I clown your ass, or you're just gonna get destroyed, basically. Like, oh god. There's the reversal break property. I don't know what he pressed, but...
That it was going to be a high,
boom.
But very smart stuff, going for the mid instead of that high. Exceptional mind game.
I mean, I think Lydia doesn't have really any super bad matchup, because what she wants to do is like basically...
Yeah, because she does everything.
Simple, right? Like, what she wants to do is like very simple.
Yeah, get in your face and mash.
And the big ass homing move now has deleted some of the potential how well you could step against her. But to be fair, the character is so rare still. Not many people pick her up. I assume, if my prediction is right, you will see more of her. Like, you will see Fazine go on a run after the next balance patch if Brian, Anna, and Asuka, for example, are heavily nerfed, like substantially nerfed.
Heavily nerfed is correct. Yeah, she has a three-way mix-up after certain follow-ups
like,
and her heat smash.
Even more dominant than...
This season, you've got places to go,
What a
people
stupid
to
name.
see, and things to do. You may have already gotten vaccinated.
He is now, when he feels it with Lydia. Why isn't Arslan Ash playing her? Kind of, or Knee, because they don't want to play like this. Like, they can't play like this. And they probably don't want to. It's the same why Knee picked up Akuma in tournament and then dropped him. He simply doesn't want to play like this. He didn't want to. He didn't want to play Akuma with his down 4 because you need to press this button, and he basically didn't want to do it. It's too risky.
Akuma.
I mean, what Fazine does here is actually all Tekken fundamentals, right? But I mean, in a way that isn't necessarily the most attractive to people, I guess.
charging it. He's charging it. Man, I'm loving
Bro, he is this. He didn't get the follow up.
Wait a second. Are you telling me is it because
Oh my
of
god.
the legs again? I don't know, but he
Bro,
parried
this guaranteed stuff, right?
Bro, Forzine has been destroying everyone, and the floor is lava now. Who's gonna get the maximum damage out of this? Go straight into the generic throw.
Good break though. Nice, saw that low coming. Beautiful stuff from us.
Could have launched that, right?
He's getting cheeky, bro. He went straight into the heat
That horse low is like minus 17, no? But I mean, I'm not surprised that you miss punishes against this. He plays at a speed. Oh, okay.
I think he's actually trying to go into the up.
He plays at a speed where I'm not even surprised that you miss certain punishes.
Oh my goodness. Here comes the stance 2-2. We always
Yeah!
just in case, you know?
I mean, everything. It's just a pure destruction.
But it's a scaled one. Nice combo though. Big body combo.
See this? Immediately dig chips. Immediately dig chips.
Trying to get that chip to go in his favor. Gets that heat dash, get himself off the rope. Oh my god.
It's single player.
Yeah, like
what?
why does Heat need to start up instantly
That's
like
what,
that?
that's what Tekken 8 feels right now. It's like, it's single player sequences versus single player sequences. It's crazy. It's fucked up. It's
Yo, what's up, good?
He just smashed out the like, why not, man?
Over on YouTube.
Oh. Okay. Now
Yeah, send her a picture. I'm trying to get it to upload. It won't upload. Probably because the data or something.
Okay.
And Discord's been sus.
Okay,
They got bought out by
into that. Because of the
tracking agencies and shit.
position. Oh my god.
Is that gonna be it, ladies and lads?
Is it gonna be
Is that gonna be it? Oh, that's a reset, and that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, give it up for Farzine, the king of Lydia, the minister. Have you ever seen a destruction like
Post
this?
the video, goddamn you.
Nice tournament. Farzine. Nasty.
Okay, the Wi-Fi has way better upload.
Nasty,
Barely,
bro.
sir. Plus, my battery's getting kind of low. I probably need to charge it real
Holy
quick.
fucking shit. Guys, what do you think? Is this...
I think it's gonna probably take a lot more work to get Tekken in a place. Reddit fine for not requiring IDs. Uh-oh. It's beginning. Am I gonna have to start checking everybody's ID to come into the stream? Like, man, people need to start overthrowing governments quick. Or it just starts things getting worse. Worse and worse. The true and shitification. Come to you now. Theaters this Tuesday. Two megabytes. I don't know how big it is. It says it. Oh, is that why? Yeah. I don't know why it even gives me an option then. Crazy. And want to learn. Here, maybe plug it in. Give it some charge. I don't know. Okay.
Having age verification on their platform. Yes, they didn't require ID from their users, but they did require your guys' private. The kid's safe? What the hell are you guys talking about? Fine.
Oh yeah, the Burning cartel's at war with the government, or I should say, the government's at war with the cartel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. Apparently, the Mexican government has been using American intelligence to find all their base locations, and apparently, a lot of their main bases and leaders got hit really hard. That's why they're retaliating in the way they are. 3 weeks ago, you still crashing out? He's still crashing out. My man Broski will always crash out about my and JP. It's boxing, bro. I like how Steve he's becoming an even dirtier boxer or becoming more of a dirty boxer every Tekken game. It's like just on the cusp. Here, let me check and see. Yeah, it doesn't quite want to upload. Get stuck there. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Awful characters, Street Fighter. That's not what I wanted. Oops. Good boobs. Rotten staff is slightly tough. Yeah.
President people.
It's that album art. Yeah, there wasn't really much point of Overwatch 2 except marketing. Sorry, I'm streaming, honey. I wonder why I'm talking. Video editing. Fighting games, cause they're unbelievable. Oh, that's very believable, actually. But I get it. Damn, another burrito or whatever sounds nice. Haven't had a chicken bake in a while, but we ain't got none. Do you want a chicken bake or a burrito or anything, honey? Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna get you a pot pie and with the cheese and the noodle. Yeah. What is this?
I didn't even think I was at.
Shingles. Well, yeah. Have you ever heard of grayscale? Yeah, I can download it and post it, and do all that stuff. Looks like an adventure and good time. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Well, I'll just download the picture.
Yo, what's up guys? Chase the Bro here, and welcome back to another Elden Ring DLC build video. Today I'm going to be using a weapon that receives absolutely no love. I can't remember the last time I've seen anybody wield the Rotten Staff. It's honestly not a bad weapon since they did increase the crouch attack speed on colossal weapons. It also has some Scarlet Rot buildup, not that you can increase the amount of it or buff it further with a grease, so you're not often going to get the Scarlet Rot proc. Its damage output is kind of in the middle, nothing crazy, nothing terrible, a little stronger than my Zweihander, but it's of course going to be lower than something like a Giant Crusher, which is a lot heavier. Its Ash of War is fun, we'll call it that. It's not amazing because the startup is very slow, and it takes a while to actually do the plunge part of the attack, so it's pretty easy to dodge. But if you ambush somebody from height or use it in a small area where it's hard to avoid, a lot of people will still be hit by it. The scaling on the weapon is primarily strength, but does get some dexterity scaling, so you could run it quality. I have a standard strength build here though, just to be tankier. Since I'm using a colossal weapon, I'm going to be trading a lot. The choice of armor is up to you. I do enjoy this fashion. It's pretty tanky as well, some solid poise and defense. I have the Circlet of Light, Beast Champion armor altered, so I don't have the cape, and then I have the Scaled Gauntlets and the Bulgo Greaves. The talisman setup really depends on what I'm using. If I'm going for the Ash of War, of course, Shard of Alexander. If not, I'm really trying to maximize the crouch attack and the two-handed damage since it is one of its fastest attacks. Very easy to roll catch with as well. And then I have my staple talismans, the Archie Favorite +2, mostly for the equip load, but I do like the HP and stamina. And then I have the Bulgo talisman to increase my poise. That really covers everything there is to say about the Rotten Staff. I hope you guys enjoy the invasions. I got the Juice is our host, and will I find him? Find out, because I'm in the worst catacomb of life. Oh my god. Easiest searching I've ever done. What's up? How's it going, man? Let me just drink my fizzy quick. Do you have a teammate? And if you do, how do you feel about me getting the booty? Aw. I want to like stun him and then go for the butt blast. Yeah, let's go. Butt blast on the friend. Oh no. He dodged it. As if you dodged it. I wasn't even aiming at him at first. 360. Okay. That will not guard break him. Noted. Crouching attack. Oh, he doesn't panic roll, actually. Noted. I gotta watch out for the great stars, just because bleed is a thing. I'm going this way, boys. Excuse me. Let's try to tactically heal off this. Will it work? Definitely worked. I like it. I may go for booty. Yeah, there we go. I think that's the best way to punish him, that's for sure. But the guy with the shield is a problem. I love that the friend attacked again instead of healing. You have one benefit, man. Your teammate is aggressing me. Use that time to heal. Booty? Well, turns out backstabs are their weakness. I could put on the hammer talisman. I don't need it, apparently. Went right through him. All right. Turns out this thing has some pretty good stamina damage. Fun fight, though, boys. I enjoyed that one. Crumbling Ferrum Azula. Oh, but the lower half, right where the boss fight is. Oh, you guys are trading items over there. I see, I see. Are you guys waiting for little old me? No, you're definitely not. Coming in hot. Oh, you are waiting for me. Oh, I was just gonna, you know, try and take out a phantom in the time I had remaining, but they're actually waiting for me. Host, what you doing over there? You going to the fog wall? No, he's not. He's looking for his Moonveil slash. I'm looking for his friend. Oh my god, I just realized it's the meme. We got Rivers of Blood, we got Moonveil. Oh my god, we got 1,000 damage off one heavy attack. Kind of crazy. Wait a second. R1, trade it. This was the Katana corner. What did the first Phantom have, actually? I can't think. He died really quickly, but they had Moonveil and Rivers of Blood.
Arknight's Enfield is giving out 135 free pulls right now for their official launch. That means you can summon characters without having to worry about spending. So you already know I had to check it out for myself. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the pull animation for this gacha game. This is the limited banner. So it looks like right off the bat, we have to go ahead and pull this lever down, which is really cool. I love the fact that there's like a little interactive thing for it. And I'm assuming the color means that's what you're gonna get. So let's go ahead and assume that is a 5-star character. Hold on, these animations are sick. Super clean. Ooh, okay, we'll take it. We got Wolfguard. He looks pretty cool. Sick. Yo, I just want to say that these animations for the pulls are so good. They really make you feel excited about what you're gonna get. If you want free pulls and a shot at these amazing characters, download Arknight's Enfield now. These rewards won't be around forever, so don't wait. Jump in before it's too late.
I hate that I can't keep this a secret. I canceled all my food delivery subscriptions and upgraded to Cook Unity, and it's totally transformed the way I eat because every meal is crafted by award-winning chefs from across the country. The variety is unlike anything I've ever seen, with over 100 menu options to choose from every week, so I can always find the exact global cuisines I'm craving, whether it's Thai, Japanese, or Italian. So I can have Chef Christy Flores' signature grilled spicy salmon bowl for lunch, and Chef Mark Forgiani's incredible rigatoni with mushroom bolognese for dinner, and all at 50% off if you click now. To meet my health goals, I've been using the app to easily filter through dietary options like vegan, keto, and even high protein. So I get the nutrition I need without ever stepping into a grocery store. And on my busiest days, they offer convenience I can count on. Meals are freshly prepped, delivered right to my door, and ready to heat and eat in minutes. And the best part, it fits my budget. Right now, Cook Unity is offering 50% off your first week. Get this deal today because it won't last long.
Wizard? Hey, Matthias, what's up? How's it going? Can I get a 2-for-1 butt blast? It'd be kind of cool. Bonk! I'll take the trade, man. Is this the host? It is. Oh, man, he's just going off with the L2, huh? All right, Matthias. I want to win with a butt blast as well, so let me just buff up entirely. Corporal over there with a cannon. Oh, you know, I'd love... Oh, he's not going to fire. He's out of weapons? Oh, often? Oh boy, random poise coming in hot. Oh, you can't turn it around that quick. This is so sad. I honestly would have traded your front flip, man, with my butt. Here we go, let's go. Oh. He does poise it, actually, kind of crazy. But I think I win the damage trade overall, so I mean, kind of worth it. Bonk. All right, he loves his L2. We can probably punish it if the connection is... That's pretty decent. A little bit of latency, but if I time it well for the front flip. Oh, he's heavy rolling. Oh no. How did I not notice that? Maybe he just front flipped so much. I didn't see him dodge. Fun fight though, man. The Uul Palace ruins, huh? And all the enemies are alive. I'm Marcel, taking a ton of damage over here. What's up, man? Got team of 2, team of 3, team of 2. Ah, yes, an Ordovis enjoyer. Wait, you're not the host, right? Yes, no. Actually looks like a phantom for once. I've run into so many people using the trick mirror. One down. All right, now we can have a nice duel, sir. That's into my butt blast. How do you feel about that? Oh, I thought that was gonna roll catch. I'm so sad. They locked you out of the area. This is bad for our hero, the Beaminator.
What's up, buddy?
Maybe he'll go for another heal. We'll keep him locked in with all these enemies. Just gotta stay close, you know, be ready to punish any heal. Or just hit them. I wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to dodge, but unfortunately not. The Black Knife Catacombs. Oh, but you guys are already at the boss fight. That being said, it seems like a whole team of wizards, which is hilarious. Hey guys, Terrier, what's up? You both have shields, huh? Now, I'm not gonna walk in there because that'd be kind of foolish. Same with buffing with Crab, honestly kind of foolish as well. I'm butt blasting. Hello? Uh-oh. Wait, Star Shower here? Not ideal. Because they're squishy wizards, that means that they do a ton of wizard damage. That is known. And Star Shower is the worst to deal with, so... Wait. Did I just get a double kill with the running attack? Did that host wizard have 1,000 HP? Man, they just love their damage, don't they? The Millennia Fogwall Classic. And we have Fancy Pineapple as our host here. Seems like they're getting set up by the boss. Hey there, how's it going? What's up? Look at my giant staff. Hello. What's up, Fancy Pineapple? Oh, they're bowing. How kind of them. Okay. Feel free to 2v1. That is kind of the point, right? Let's go. Ooh. Haha. The booty attempt at the booty attempt. That is tough. Attack. Honestly, the bleed here could go very hard for them. I always forget how much forward momentum the Eleanor Pole Blade has. I think it's actually really good. Okay, because he went for a backstab, I'm going to assume that our connection isn't the best. Just because he got the failed attempt at it, so, you know. Oh, that is a strange parry attempt, sir. Oh, I'm going back this way. Okay, you have to roll so much to actually get out of range of the Eleanor Pole Blade Ashavor. I never really noticed. Okay, now that I know he likes to try to go for backstab, so I'm gonna do this and bait it. And then go for backstab. Yeah! The old Dark Souls 3 reversal. Host? Oh, you're not actually stopping. Interesting choice. I might have to stop that myself, though. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, I do. That's for you, friend. Just gotta get rid of him first. Alright, now, sir, how would you fare against my butt blast? Was he about to gesture at me? I don't know. What's the plan here? No. You guys are putting up a really good fight, actually. I feel like it was close at moments. Booty. But I will take the free booty. Thank you, sir. Give you guys a bow. That was a fun fight. Backstabbing high latency. And, you know, getting backstabbed from it fails sometimes. He got that failed attempt. Kind of ruined it for him. The Brace of the Hallig Tree. And we have Fat Halberd as our host. I definitely heard someone buffing. And the Rickest Morty. Oh, hello there, guys. Wait, wizard? With the mist? Not the death mist, though, right? That's like the ice mist. Oh, no. I hit the host. I actually didn't mean to. This is a tough situation to be in. Too close to bleeding, and they're going to gank me in that tiny hall. So we go this way. There is a wizard with Homing Soul Mass. So the strength build enjoyer definitely likes being close to me. Huge fan of that, really. Because this weapon can only do that. Hey, man. How's it going? Bonk. Yes, as long as I'm moving around. Wait.
Your small business taxes handled. All your unique deductions found. Keep more money in your business and take taxes off your plate with TurboTax Expert Full Service Business.
What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch. I gotta make a call.
I'll be right back.
Just built an inventory tracker. Protein calculator. Book sharing app.
A workflow manager that
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
Trash duty schedule. Since no one seems to care.
just built a
I just created a goal tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't we?
Yep. Can this thing manage contact?
Wait, am I watching commercials again? God damn it.
That wizard has heal from afar, the dishonesty.
There we go, put in the duck player. No, watch on you.
Yo, what's up guys? Chase the Bro here, and welcome back to another Elden Ring DLC build.
Piece of shit.
The trifecta. Right before the boss fight, we have Latios Rage. Hey guys, what's up? Are we getting buffed up? What would you guys say to a nice butt slam? Bonk! Wake up! You've been hit by a butt. How are you guys both AFK here? Oh, well, he's not. What's up, man? Oh, you're both not. Guys, listen. We can talk about this. I'm going up. I'm coming down. Attack me! I've been evil to you. I believe in you guys. Bring out the fists. The staff is interesting. Wait, Star Fist with Bloodhound Step, huh? That'll be interesting to fight. I kind of want to camp this corner, and when they come around, hit them with the Blood Blast. But they're not doing it. This is so dishonest. You guys aren't aggressing. You need to aggress more. Bonk. Oh, neutral? Yes. I feel like anyone who just uses Bloodhound Step always attacks right after. Ah, he's really low HP though. I feel like he's not going to do much more. Wait for another panic one? No. I lack the range, unfortunately. Finishing off Bloodhound Step with this, definitely going to be hard. But I can easily punish every heal. I'm really wondering why the host is not participating. Latios, you didn't have to honor fight. You could have totally attacked me. Oh, okay. He's got his physic at the ready. Are we doing... We're doing a nice duel? You know, not really the best trade for you, but pretty funny. I don't really see that incantation much, so I gotta give you credit. It worked. Bonk. Ah, pulling out the spear was unfortunate there. He didn't have time to roll after doing it. Interesting build though. He's going like incantations with an offhand Naginata. Speaking of, I don't see the Naginata as much these days. We get some jail action here, and this is a pretty good area to use this weapon actually. The butt blast will work in a small area. The main issue here is I actually have to find them. Oh, I hear them. Hello there. What's up, man? How's it going? Flip. Oof. 742 off a crouch attack is pretty scary. Really wanted the booty. I see he's also fishing for the booty. I'm a fan. Oh no. Oof. You know, I have to say I love your outfit. Not biased at all. And hey, you know, solo taunter tonguing through the level. Pretty cool.
Hungry Root is the easiest way to eat healthy. Hungry Root is kind of like having your own personal shopper and nutrition.
Damn, they're on to me. They're blasting me with more commercials.
What do we have going on here? We have Sar Wizard. And
Sar Wizard.
Oh, this is the host. I'm not going to smack you because you have 1 HP. Are you alone up here? Hey, man. How's it going? I'm confused. He definitely had a friend somewhere. I saw the health bar take damage. What just happened? Well, he had a friend. The friend died, apparently. So you've aggressed every enemy. I'm not sure if you're gonna survive this. I kind of want to buff up the team for you. There you go. Fight my champions. Go! Banish Knight, I choose you! As long as I keep them going, they might survive. Yes. Oh my god. Banish Knight is actually the champion. I'm sorry, host, but that was pretty funny. Well, that wraps up all the battles that are for you guys for today using the Rotten Staff. I hope you guys enjoyed the invasions. It's honestly not a half bad weapon. Nothing this point really depends on if I want to have more poise and less defense, or than something like a giant. The amount of it.
40. I don't need any of this shit.
Or buff it further with the my Zwei hand. Could
It's a starter class.
The amount of it, or buff it further here though. Just it's pretty tense. The crutch. We got Rivers of Blood. We got
Just a big boy build too for your endurance.
God, we got 1,000 damage off.
You need that, and colossal weapons really are for like high endurance builds. No joke.
Everyone, trade it. This was the Katana corner. What did the first Phantom have actually? I can't think. He died really quickly, but they had Moonveil and Rivers of Blood. Wizard? Hey Matthias, what's up? How's it going? Can I get a 2-for-1 butt blast? It'd be kind of cool. Bonk! I'll take the trade, man. Is this the host? It is.
I am Mighty Keith. It's the best deal in gaming. Always. Jesus Christ, is that a code red? Red Ring of Death? No! It means Phil Spencer has left Xbox. Oh my God, he's gone. He really gone. Who they replace him with? Sarah Bond, right? I mean, that's good, right? Sarah Bond gone too?
Nope.
Person who replaced Phil, Asher Shar. Shar, like in Baldur's Gate 3? Oh, she got a good gamer tag. No, nigga, that's her real name. Quick. I'm looking. I wish I ain't look. What's she play? Come on, man. What does she play, man? Tell me. Not a damn thing.
Not a damn
lying.
thing.
No Forza? Only thing she driving is a BMW to work where Phil used to be at. No Gears of War? Only Gears are the one being grinded because I'm mad as hell. No Candy Crush? Only thing she crushing is my will to live, nigga. I need to go. Come on, man. There's gotta be Halo up there. At the very least, she gotta be playing Halo. The news put a Halo on me because I'm ending it. Okay. She's not a gamer. But she works in gaming, right? I mean, she's been in the game.
Yeah, a lot of people are happy she was gone, but she's been like with the.
Right? Right?
A lot of people are saying that for a while now, Microsoft has purposely been trying to tank Xbox just to get rid of it.
Get up, man.
Liquidate it, close it, sell off the IPs.
You good, bro? Please get up. I'm tired of this, bro. I'm going to Nintendo, man. I'm tired of this.
I'm going to Nintendo.
Y'all got room for one more? Hell no. I don't even know why you asked me that stupid. Damn.
We don't need any more ass kissers.
I'm going to Sony, bro. I can't do this. I just can't do. Hello? Y'all got room for one more? We're on fire over here, man. We just got rid of Blue Point. Sit down. Sit down. I'm just overreacting. It's gonna be all right. It's Xbox. We're gonna be good, bro.
Nintendo Switch 2 sucks. The game's lag.
The creator of the original Xbox just said
Everything. The consoles are getting more expensive. Can't afford a PC.
Boy, that's just crazy.
They're just trying to destroy the middle class.
Arknight's Infield has one of the coolest main characters, but you might not know that you can actually play.
You might not know that nobody gives a shit.
Yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. So, struggling dominators. Yeah, maybe my coaching actually worked. What is this? Zan zan zan. Our dear. So we have Heihachi against Dragunov. Here we go. So let's see. I'm very curious. So for example, the first sussing, okay, even though he got hit on counter rate by Heihachi's 1-1 jab, he has down bank input frame 8. Okay, I guess. Okay, interrupts, even though he doesn't know frames, interrupts, I don't know how, maybe he just meshes. Again, Heihachi just did a dig jab, and there is a frame 1 down input.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an immediate, yeah.
Oh, sorry, frame down forward input on frame 7 as well. Maybe it's just luck, maybe. Okay.
It's when they do double one frame when it starts
Again,
getting
Yachi
sauce.
does down forward 1-1, and he has down forward inputs to duck the high at frame 1 and frame 4 for 4 frames. Okay.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
And again, he has down back for 9 frames.
Yeah.
For 9 frames. So basically almost the same frame. So again, he tries to duck another jab. Okay. Of course, another thing, he doesn't know what frames are. Even though he doesn't know what frames are, basically, because I explained them like very short, briefly 2 days ago. He punishes everything. Again, Yachi does another jab, and there is another time down back frame at frame 9. It's so obvious. I know it's so obvious. I shouldn't even say this so blatantly, but yeah. Again, he ducks the throw perfectly into launch, immediate launch. Crazy. This guy is fucking goated, bro. Not even I do this sometimes. This guy is fucking goated, bro. He's the goat. He's the goat. Okay. Of course, he doesn't know. He doesn't even know the combos. He doesn't know the word combo. He doesn't know anything. But he
doesn't know what the word combo means. I don't know what the word combo means.
Lol, unblockable. Again, you see that here. On the first jab, let's see. On the first jab, there is a down back input immediately for 12 frames. The high is 12 frames, and he holds down back for 12 frames. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Again. Oh my god! I can do this over and over again. Yachi does full crouch down forward 4, and he holds down back exactly for 19 frames. The exact same speed of Yachi's low. By the way. For 20 frames, and he immediately launches. Even like you see, also the launch input is so perfect. There are no, like, for example, when you punish something, usually you spam the input of the punish. Instead, he was pressing other stuff completely. He was pressing 3, 1 plus 2.
Yeah.
But the punish is perfectly put as
2. Whoa, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5. 1. Yeah.
This season, you've got places to go, people to
See you in hell, boys. What in the world? Yeah, you may be OG, but this is season 2, man. Your skills have been patched out. What the fuck, my combo?
Let's go. FedEx going. What?
Crouching giant swing, bro? Oh my god! I hate this
He sounds like the crazy lady on, what was it, like...
Russian's going to be helping us. The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications.
What was it? He sounds like the crazy lunch lady off the Cow and Chicken cartoon.
That's it.
Hey, who's that? Snake, you dog.
Get in there, get in there. Go, 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 go. What? No, 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 no. You didn't see shit. Ah!
There you go.
Oh.
No, you gotta make a noise.
Yeah. Bro has a wife with this hairline? That's
God damn. Internet's fucking cruel. Evil. What's up, Mike? Oh, hey, Ben. Oh, do you need to go out, buddy? Oh, buddy.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty makes.
Choose your character.
Kermit with the suitcase. It's gaining faster. Sorry, children, but you're going to die.
Here we go again.
I love you, and I miss you.
Nani?
Ready? Fight. Perfect. You win.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
How many times, old man?
Ready? Fight. Sit down. Yes. Oh, you're finished. Expulsion! Expulsion! Oh là là! Sit down! Perfect. You win. Smells like trash. Sit down. Search right. You win. Get ready for the next battle. Fight.
Cut. That's fine. Got the Luffy. Negative 31. It's a great kick, just don't get it blocked. Yeah, Kazuya is heavily rewarded for luck.
I'll show you.
There's no way I'm losing.
Fuck you. Fight.
The shotgun. That's great. Mids, baby.
Ready? Go! What the fuck?
Oh god, the lingering laser still got him. That's funny as hell. Jank ass game.
Winning. Fight. No more playing around. You win. KO.
Alan.
Get ready for the next battle. Oh no! Kazuya! Fight! I gotta find my son Nemo!
Bro, you're trash, bro. Is them tears, bro?
Who the fuck are you, bitch?
Ready? Fight!
Why does it keep starting out?
Fight! What are you doing? Fight! Great, you win! Congratulations!
Oh, that poor ducky.
Oh, my penis!
Oh shit.
Come on, do it.
You
It's as satisfying to me as coming is.
Get off me! Get off me!
How is that even fair? You're just button mashing. There's no skills to that.
You win.
Ding 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 ding.
Bowser.
Fight.
Alright, check this.
I think Bessie. Round 3. Fight.
Oh my god! Are you recording,
Tu me crois sûrement pas?
Here we go! Fight.
Here we go! Hey, Stinky!
Punish. You win. Damn it!
Oh my god! Okay.
You win. Absolute buffoon.
Dude, if you do that again, I'm gonna punch you. I'm not kidding.
God damn it, Jeremy.
This is a Timmy combo.
Excuse me, sir?
You guys have been telling me Kazuya is the hardest character in the game. Hardest character in the game, dude. Harder than Panda. So yeah, you guys have been pressing me to play Kazuya for so long now that I thought, screw it, I'll play Kazuya for you guys, you know? That was it, that was it. That was the Wind God Fist, but not the electric. How do I do the electric? Okay, here we go. Wind God Fist. It's the same input. Yeah, Heihachi's just watching. You can't really interact with him. That was it, that was it. I got it. I've only got a couple of costumes, right? I've got Vegeta, Reina, Jeff, Marvel Rivals, and then Mario, of course. We've got the King fit. Oh, Terminator, I forgot I made that. This is Lab Kazuya. This is Practice Lab Kazuya. So yeah! So yeah! Imagine Kazuya was Scottish. Aye, just a wee electric. Just a wee ya. Aye! Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Through the power crush. Oh, we got her! Why are these guys so good? We're out here in Battle Ruler doing like crazy shit. I'm locked in. I'm not locked in. Too much pressure. Bah, it's over. Dude, I'm really mighty ruler out here. Are you kidding my butt cheeks right now? What's the plan here? We're kind of dead. No! Kaz isn't as hard as Kaz players want you to believe. I think what it is Kaz is actually difficult when you're bad.
Believe it!
What was that?
You lose.
Wait, I'm gonna do a new move. Get ready. That move sucks, dick. Dude, it's my wife. Why did you skip the intro, dude? We're about to smooch. Come on, honey, calm down. Calm down. Wait, we get it here, look. Oh! Kazuya has so much range on that. I just feel like we're not doing enough front flips. If we could get a KO with that front flip, like, I'd be pretty happy. No! I front flipped my wife! Professor Dumbledore. I feel like I've played this guy before. It's my promo! I'm on 6 wins? Hold up, am I cooking? Bro, I'm straight up dead. Oh, Zanzibar! There are none stronger than me. Is that true? In the lore of Tekken, is Fengwei the strongest? Can I not parry that? It turns out he is the strongest. He literally just kicked me in the toe like 5 times and I died. I love Nina. Yeah, I love being killed by like 1,000 paper cuts. They're always gonna duck that because they're absolute freaking pro. Fuck! That's how you do it! Ah! And guess what? Ha! 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 Nah! Who have we got? Who have we got? Is it Lily? Lily, damn, Lily, I like the fit. I'm holding back for 5 minutes, and the second I press, they use the rage art. I know it's a skill, I know it's a timing thing, but I freaking suck with them. Laser? You win. Yo, it's my promo, finally. Do a death fist, bro, do it. Oh my god, he just never blocks low. Laser? Ooh, Raijin. Nah, that should say Rai Kazuya, dude. I'm not playing as Jin. Are you joking? Welcome to the Kaz Casino, baby. Alright, check this. Oh my god, the dub. Alright, the setup. Here we go. Oh shit!
Has anyone actually made it to level 4 before? If you're slightly congested, use level 1.
All right, I'm gonna get the food now. All right, chat. Oh, if anybody's still there, I'm probably gonna take off here now. Get this video uploaded. And I just having you look at this guy's nose for like there you go. Yeah, and probably come back with something else. Hopefully not Tekken, because goddamn, I want season 3 to come out already. Madagascar, baby.
Check this out. Oh! When you start going chip chip, no one knows what to do. Oh, this is gonna go big.
Somebody come get her. She dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her.
Commandos.
Freaking character.
Get off me. Oh! I can't move it anymore. What is? They didn't ask me to look like the beep beep. It's my promo.
Alright. Get this video up and loaded and hopefully.